right? And ways of denying yourself is by walking by the Spirit every single day. That's why Galatians 5:16 is my favorite verse, because you're talking about following God, following the Spirit that is in us, that He's given us, right? And the Spirit is a person, right? It's not a it, it's a person, right? The Spirit that is in us, right? And we're guiding ourselves and following that every single day, right? And denying ourselves every single day, right? You don't deny yourself by saying, oh, I know what this sin is, so I'm going to try to pick off each sin. No. Don't even worry about that. Worry about denying yourself, focusing, and you deny yourself by focusing on Christ so much that when you're focusing on Christ so much, you will see yourself denying yourself without even trying to mark off like each little sin that you see that you're struggling with, because there's still sins you're spiritually blind to that you can't even see it, right? So that's why you get so focused on Christ. That's where you get into where you're denying yourself, right? Now let's go to the next point. He says God isn't calling us to pray a prayer and stay the same. He's calling us to die to self, right? We can't stay the same, y'all, in this walk. And I think I explained that a little bit in part 2. We can't stay the same, right? Because when you start to stay the same, this is where that lukewarmness comes, right? You're fine with saying you believe in God, but you're also fine with still following the ways of Satan at the same time. That's where you level yourself out. You got to be fully committed to God, to fully commit what the purpose He has for you. If you can't give your full self to God, He can't show you His full purpose He had for you, right? You're looking at a picture of like how I'm looking at y'all to this phone right now. God looks at us through the phone, through the lens, but He's only gonna allow that in your life if you look past the phone, which look past this 80%, 70% faith you got. You got to look past that phone, look through the phone, right? Because that's the plan that God's got for us, okay? Next. He said this, that's the hardest part of reconciliation. Dying to the biggest problem in our lives, and that's ourselves. Ourselves is the biggest problems in our lives, right? Because of the flesh. Because the flesh wants what the enemy wants, right? And that's part of what we do every day, is denying the flesh every single day, all right? And then he after that, he basically inserted his testimony, how he learned the hard way.